Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. I hope and pray that your week is off to an amazing start. I know for me, um, yesterday was super busy. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you're putting in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. Um, but what I was saying is that yesterday was off the chain busy for me. Again, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. Make sure that you're putting in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. But like I said, yesterday was super busy. But today I decided that I get up every morning, as you guys know, at 4 o'clock a.m. and I pray and intercede for an hour. Hi, Scott from Georgia. Thank you so much for hopping on. But I pray and intercede for my marriage and you guys' marriage all over the world. And so I had a couple of clients. Hello, Monique from Philly. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a couple of clients this morning, but I decided for the rest of the day that I was going to just sit and be quiet and allow God to really speak to me because yeah, as you guys know, I have a lot of big things that are going on with this television show and I really needed guidance. And even though I have an amazing team, I just needed to sit before God and just hear him clearly on the direction of the show and all these different kind of things. And so today was a day for me just to sit quiet. And let me just tell you, y'all, I filled up half of a spiral notebook today just with some of the things that God wants me to get done before this year's over and going into next year concerning you guys and your marriage and all these different kind of things. Hi, Heather, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me from California. I appreciate you guys. So today, like I said, I just sat still and it was such um a good thing, because I'm always moving, right? But it's sometimes it's really good to sit still. And so again, I hope your day is off and your week is off to an amazing start. And as you guys know, it is Tuesday, and you guys know what goes down here on Tuesday. It's wife chat time. And so today, this chat comes from a young man from North Carolina. And he says, I'm 34 and my wife is 32. We've been married 3 years. And every time I talk with my wife, she has an attitude like I'm getting on her nerves. He says, I must admit, in the past, before we got married and once since we've been married, I have had infidelity, but I apologized to her. She told me that she forgave me. We had went and sought our pastors for some counseling. We got that, we completed that, and we have been moving forward. But it just seems to me that I'm getting on her nerves. And my question to you, Dr. Gail, is why is my wife so angry when I talk to her? Hi, James. How are you? I appreciate you so much for getting on here. You didn't tell me where you're from, James, but I hopefully you'll put it in there. So I got Georgia, got Philly in the house, I got California in the house, and I got James in the house, and I don't know how many other people on here, but again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me for Wife Chat. So what I wanted to say to this young man from North Carolina is there could be, and I did reach out to him to see if I could get more information. However, he has not responded. But there are many reasons why your spouse might look or appear or react that they're angry when you're talking to them. Again, you have admitted that you have had a couple of affairs on her, but she evidently forgave you because she's still there and you guys are still married. I will say this, that you guys are super young, right? And my prayer to you is that you do really learn to communicate effectively, because communication is the key to longevity in marriage. Okay. Communication, effective communication is key to longevity in marriage, because if you can communicate effectively, you can get past absolutely anything in your marriage. And I don't care what anybody says, if you can effectively communicate, you could definitely get through anything in your marriage. And so I can just tell you from a woman's perspective why she might appear or behave angry when you're trying to talk to her. One, she might feel that, it's a, that you're taking her for granted, right? Two, she might feel that you don't take her dreams and aspirations seriously. Three, she might feel unappreciated. Four, she might be disappointed in the marriage, right? Five, she may have something going on in her own personal life that she does not want to share with you at this time. Or maybe she has shared her heart with you in the past and you have not given her the reaction or the response that she thinks that she deserves. It could be so many different things. She could be walking in unforgiveness, right? She could be stressed out at work. It could be so many different things that's going on with your wife. And without me really talking to her or you, it's kind of hard to say. But a lot of times, these are some of the reasons why us women seem cranky when you're, speaking to us, because especially if we feel unappreciated in the marriage, or we feel like we can't share our hearts with you in the marriage, right? All of those things can make us angry, make us guard our hearts, make us not trust you, and make us feel very, very close off to you. Okay. Again, I don't know the whole entire situation, so I'm just trying to give anybody who's listening some scenarios. But let me just tell you some tools and strategies that you can implement today to start on the right path. The first thing is that I found after being in my practice for over 20 years is that most people don't even know the right time to have a meaningful conversation with their spouse. Hi, Auntie Five from Dallas. How you doing, sweetie? Um, um, we don't know. And I was guilty of that, right? Because with me working from home, when Gail would come in the door, I would literally unload on him and he would be looking at me like a deer in a headlight, and he would not be responding the way I wanted him to respond. And it would make me angry and it would make me say crazy things to him because I'm like, do you hear what I'm saying to you? And it made me get to the space where I didn't even want to talk to him because I just felt that he didn't care about my day and what was going on with the boys and all of these different kind of things. And when we went to counseling, my counselor asked, "Did Gail, have you ever asked Gail when is the best time to talk to him?" I was like, "Huh? When is the best time to talk to him?" And when I asked the question, he was like, at eight, about 8:30. And I'm like, why at 8:30? He says, because by that time I have decompressed from my ride home. We have had dinner and I'm in a space where I'm more relaxed to receive what you have to say. He says, before then, it's like I'm walking in the door. I haven't put my, bag down and went to the bathroom, and you just hit me with 1,000 things, and I'm not ready to process. And so, with that being said, I learned when it was the best time to talk to my husband. So, the question is, find out when it's the best time for you to talk to your spouse. Because when you're trying to engage with her, it might be that she has nothing left. It could be that she's drained from her day. It could be whatever that is. So, ask the question. Okay. Number two, try talking to her and not at her, because a lot of times We're talking at the person and not talking to the person, okay? And that can make somebody ticked off. It can make them not want to listen, and it really can sometimes make them just build a wall because they just feel like you're just firing bullets at them, and you don't even care. Okay, so talk to her and not at her. And number three is something huge that I have to work on all the time is use the I method to get your point across. Because anytime you begin to point fingers and use you never, I need for you, or whatever, that automatically puts your spouse in a defensive posture. And a lot of times the brain is not listening to understand. The brain is listening to respond. Okay. Because it's just how we were built. So the brain is automatically taking in the information to be able to respond. And if she's always seeming that she's angry and she's responding negatively, it's because you are talking at her and not to her. Okay. And I want you to make sure that you use, I would like for us to sit down and talk. I would like for for you to be able to do X, Y, and Z. I would like for us as a couple to whatever. So make sure that you're using I statements as much as possible and not you statements, because anytime you keep pointing the finger or using you, again, that puts the person in a defensive posture. Can you explain number two more? What's the difference? Okay. Number two more, when I'm talking about talk to the person and not at them. Okay, let me give you a great example. Auntie Five, you need to come up, you need to cook dinner for me tonight because it's been 5 nights that I have not had dinner and I've had to get takeout for myself. That's talking at the person. Talking to the person is, hey, Auntie Five, can we sit down? I just have some concerns that I would like to talk to you about and see what your perspective is on it. I notice for the last 5 nights that you have asked me to get takeout. Is there a reason why you have asked me to get takeout and not cooked? You see the difference? A huge difference. It's a difference how you deliver. And actually, you're talking to the person. It's a tone and it's your words. Yes, because when you're talking at a person, again, it puts them in a defensive posture. And most of the time, it does not end well. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions? Again, I hope that this has helped someone, because again, when you are not communicating effectively, it not only affects you, it affects the other person. It can change the whole atmosphere in your house, right? And it puts you in a situation where you don't know what to say, when to say it, and how to say it, right? And again, I am a strong component. If you learn to effectively communicate with your spouse, you can change anything and you can get through absolutely anything. And I'm a living witness because, again, I used to be one of those people that allowed it to rip with no filters. And I realized that my words have power. And I tore my marriage down with my words. And I had to learn how to build it back up. And I use some of these strategies. Again, I get the opportunity to talk to people all over the world. And a lot of times they come to me for no intimacy and no sex. But the no intimacy and no sex actually started outside of the bedroom with the lack of effective communication and walking in unforgiveness. Okay. So I pray that this has helped somebody. You guys, tomorrow I will be on a menopause panel that is free. And I would love for you guys to hop on and join me on my Facebook page, because I'm going to be talking about how to retain your sexy as a woman doing menopause. So I would really love for you guys to join me. I have a really good friend. Her name is Delana Watkins, and she's a registered nurse, and she really is on the battlefield for women's health and wellness. And since this is a breast cancer awareness month and menopause month, we're really just trying to really help people and help women get in a space where they can get past menopause and keep their sexy. So I'm really excited about that. So I would love for you ladies who are on here, or you guys that have your wives, tell them to tune in. And again, you guys continue to pray for the television show. We're going to be filming part 2 of it. I hope you guys see the behind the scenes that I posted on here. I was really shocked because again, I sent the team to Dallas to film 2 couples, and then we're going to be filming 3 more couples in the DMV area. And I was just shocked when they played that for me because I didn't even know that they had did that. I know they got a lot of footage, but I thought it was pretty cool for you guys to be able to see some of the behind the scenes footage. And I just think it's going to be really cool. So we're going to be releasing a couple of more of those kind of clips. And so you guys, thank you so much for all your prayers. Thank you so much for rocking with me. And we're going to get this television show across the TV station. Thank you in advance. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Auntie Fives. So you guys continue to pray. I love you guys to pieces. If you need me, if you want to send me a question for wife chat, please feel free to do so. You guys know how to get in contact with me. So have an amazing, amazing, amazing night.